Hi, handsome. Today I'm answering the age-old question, what do women really want? Because if you really want to stand out as a man from the rest of the boys, try these simple techniques and you will score some major points. Number one, flowers versus love bombing. Flowers are always a fresh idea, and not enough men do this often enough, and it's such a sweet and simple gesture. I personally buy myself flowers every week, and all women love flowers because they're soft, romantic, and they have a sweet scent just like a woman. Desirable women are constantly getting these texts from men that they barely know saying, "Good morning, beautiful. I wish I was waking up next to you." But talk is cheap and actions speak louder than words. Give her something real that will make her think of you every time she wakes up in the morning. It's always appreciated and it will make you stand out as a stand-up guy. Number two, plan fun dates, not just another boring dinner date. I always recommend dinner for the first date, but after that, start thinking more about activity dates, which can always end with dinner, but starts with something more fun and creative. Because if you're just building a relationship based on food and sex alone, you're only going to attract low-value women. And there are really only two types of men out there. One is the average boring guy who takes a woman out on a couple of dinner dates and then tries to get her to go back to his place as soon as he can. And then there's the exciting gentleman who actually plans fun dates in public for a while to build true mental and emotional connection first before physical intimacy, which, by the way, makes the sex so much better. A quality man knows how to plan more adventurous activities that he knows the woman will really enjoy. And this could be anything like a Broadway show, a romantic picnic in the park, or taking her to an art gallery. These types of activities show a woman that you are a man with class and will help you gain the respect and admiration that you crave. Number three, being empathetic versus narcissistic. This one is pretty obvious, but needs to be addressed. When you have a disagreement, are you the kind of man who's going to be a good listener, shows accountability and compassion, or are you just going to point the finger, gaslight, and guilt and shame your partner? Because I can always tell if I want to continue dating someone after our first quarrel. I always pay attention to how the man handles my concerns. Because if a person has no level of empathy, it's best not to argue and simply walk away. Because no one deserves to be treated like their feelings don't matter. So don't put your ego before your heart, because you could lose a good thing. You will always win more respect by being considerate of others. Number four, actions versus words. On the topic of great communication, it's also important to note that when a woman is upset, that you don't lead with another apology, but lead with that masculine Mr. Fix-It action. A woman loves when a man takes charge and shows her that he will step up to the plate and win her over again and again and whisk her off of her feet. Use a little quarrel as an opportunity to chase her and make her swoon with a grand gesture of kindness. Women love to be chased, no matter how long you've been together. That's how you keep the fire alive. And number five, generous versus jaded. There's nothing worse than a guy who is jaded or cheap with money. This is one of the biggest ways to turn a woman off, but there's nothing sexier to a woman than a man who is kind and generous. When you take care of your woman will want to take care of you. So don't be afraid to spoil your woman with gifts and pampering, and she will be very motivated to shower you with affection and admiration. And number six, talking about passions versus business. If you're looking for a romantic relationship with a woman, don't start the conversation with guy talk. Save the business, politics, and sports conversations for when you're out with the boys, unless you know this is her thing. Instead, ask her about her hobbies and passions in life. Keep the questions interesting and open-ended. If you want to find some common interests, talk about something more romantic, like your favorite travel destinations, music, and art. Women are more creative-minded creatures, so when you are courting her, keep this in mind and she will want to spend more quality time with you. Also, be sure not to talk about yourself too much. Be inquisitive about her life and show a genuine interest in what makes her happy, because the best conversationalists are the best listeners. If you found this video to be insightful, drop your favorite tip in the comments. I always love to hear your thoughts. And if you're interested in matchmaking or fashion styling, go to the description below and click for a free consultation. And let's find you the love that you deserve.